What's going on YouTube? Dit Commando here. I'm a former Royal Marines Commando, and today we're going to be reacting to the Special Operations Task Group of Sweden. But before we get into that, please smash the like button, please subscribe to the channel and enjoy troops. I'm not going to ask anything else of you. So Sweden then, yeah, I've been doing a lot of watching videos on these guys of recent. I've read into them a little bit, and my respect for them's grown a lot more over the past couple of days. I've been getting loads of comments on YouTube as well on the previous videos I've done, so much love to you guys. Thanks very much for showing support. I've had a lot of support from Sweden at the moment, so thank you very much, troops. I've got so much love for you guys. But yeah, I hope you like this video, troops. It's interesting because there's a lot of things that I didn't know about the Swedish Special Operations Task Group and just the Swedish military in general. But they're not to be messed with. They're pretty good at what they do military-wise, guys. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Exploring the Special Operations Task Force of Sweden, or the SOG. My name is Leroy Kenton. Welcome back to another episode, and let's just jump straight into the facts. These guys are a crazy force. They're really intense. So starting off with the first thing I want to share about the SOG. Who are they anyways? Well, simply put, the Special Operations Task Force is a special ops unit in the Swedish military. And now they've been in operation since the year 2011, and the unit has its headquarters in Karlsborg Fortress.
Yeah, so I learned that a few weeks ago. 2011 is when they were formed, which is, you know, it's relatively new. So for these guys to be performing to the levels that they are in such a small period of time, yeah, they've got the right back and the right attitude. So props to them.
Sweden. And I know, when you compare them to other special forces unit, you know, Sweden's Special Operations Task Force is relatively young. However, they are not a new unit in and of themselves. They're actually a combination of previous groups. Like the force was formed in 2011 by merging the Special Protection Group, or the SSG, and the Special Reconnaissance Group, or the SIG. The Special Protection Group was active starting in the year 1994, and the Special Reconnaissance Group, or the SIG, was one of the two Sweden Special Operations units that was created back in 2007. And in the year 2000...
Right, so that adds a little bit of a backstory to it then. So they're a newly organised version of what used to exist. There's other parts of the special forces, so to speak, in Sweden where they were already active, and they just came together, that's what it seems anyway, to form a newly organised version of that with all of the counterparts. So it's a little bit like the UK Special Forces Group. You've got loads of different parts to it, but they've all kind of came together now.
2007 was when it actually broke away from the Swedish Parachute Ranger School, but that dates all the way back to the 1950s. When it comes to the personnel who are selected to join this force, they're trained and equipped for air, sea, and land infiltration, as well as logistic, technical, and also medical support. Now, the SOG also consists of two response units. There's the IE1, and they're focused on combat tasks, and then there's the IE2, and that's focused on intelligence gathering. And the IE2 is actually known to use female intelligence agents to conduct certain human intelligence operations. The SOG's operation...
That's pretty cool. We were talking about this yesterday in the video I was doing, or 2 days ago, about what your thoughts are on female applicants into the military, because Britain's opened up all of the job roles now to women as well, which for me personally, having served in the Royal Marines, I'm all for it at the end of the day. If they can pass the tests and the standards aren't changed, then why not? But they can bring something else to the party as well. Being a female, they have, especially in the intelligence roles, I can definitely see how they'd have an what's the word? Not necessarily an advantage, but they can definitely bring something else to the party that I think is needed at that high level performing soldiers. So I think it's a good thing. Let me know what you think.
Are of great strategic importance, so of course they cannot be conducted and accomplished with certain conventional forces and weapon systems. And their combat missions can range from eliminating high-valued targets, or maybe collecting objects of importance, and even conducting complex rescue operations. So with that said, you know, sometimes they have to break a little bit of the rules, if you will. But hey, wartime ain't always fair. Now, special reconnaissance as well as intelligence gathering by the SOG is intended to gather information of great importance about their enemy's activities as well as enemy personnel or other information that they deem significant for their operations. Now, with that said, we've reached halfway in this episode, and that means we got 5 more facts to go. But before we jump into those facts, leave a like on this episode if you're enjoying it so far, and also if you want to see more videos like this. And if this is your first time here to FTD Facts, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified of our daily episodes. You'll definitely learn something new every day if you stick around with us. Alright, so moving on to fact number 5, the SOG, they're always ready for action. Now, they can be deployed on short notice within a 6,000 radius of Stockholm, which is the capital of Sweden, as well as they can operate in any environment like jungles and mountains and deserts and subarctic and even urban landscapes. And because Sweden...
Yeah, so they've got a wider dimension to their capabilities than the normal army, so to speak, of Sweden. They're quite diverse in terms of the way they can operate in a multitude of different environments, which is pretty similar to the Royal Marines, but definitely like the Special Forces of Great Britain and America as well. You've got to be diverse enough to be able to operate anywhere, and that's what they are. They're quite diverse individuals from Sweden.
Sweden would never want the enemy to see them coming. The SOG's capabilities as well as their equipment and their operational methods, as well as their past and current operations and even the identities of their personnel are kept secret. But what we do know is that the selection is open for members of the military. Both male and female can also join the force. Now, the selection process takes about 2 to 3 weeks, and it happens every year, once a year. And the selection consists of a very hard field exercise, and that lasts for over a week. And their candidates are then tested on their fitness, as well as their field craft and land navigation skills. And also tests are conducted under great stress. And then the second week consists of psychological tests. And for those who pass to join the force, well, that percentage is about 10%. So if you're successful...
10%, so that's similar, I think, to the United States Special Forces. I think as the Navy SEALs is a 10% pass rate, so that's quite similar across the whole world of SF.
And you're chosen, he or she can then start taking the basic operations course, and that lasts 1 year, and it's divided up into 3...
Wow, 1 year, that's a long time, guys. That's a really long time. So that must be like continuation training and stuff. That is, yeah. They're going to be knocking out very specialist individuals if they've got a year's worth of continuation training, or training there after the selection process. That's good.
Blocks. There's the basic combat skills, patrol skills, and specialist skills. They're going to be intensely trained in those 3 categories. Then once that's complete, then the candidate can be put on operational patrol within the force, and they can be deployed along with them. Now, a question I had is, how could you identify an SOG agent anyways? Well, the unit insignia is worn by each operator, and the combat uniform has a winged Norse dagger, and then there's a 6-pointed star on it as well. Now, personnel within the Swedish Special Operations Forces, that's for people in the SOG. Now, its support units also wear an olive gray with a black embroidered cap badge, and that's the only non-metal cap badge that's ever worn within the Swedish military. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about their training. So the personnel, they train at a secret location near Carlsberg that has a shooting range, as well as has a large multi-story CQB building with bullet-absorbing linings in the walls. The building also allows for helicopter landings on its roof.
Yeah, so when we was out in the States with the US Marine Corps, when I was in the Royal Marines, we did something very similar in terms of the urban environment exercises, how to fight in built up areas and buildings and stuff like that, and we used to call those buildings the kill house. So yeah.
And also a lot of the training for the SOG happens internationally, and oftentimes they're done with other partnering nations of Sweden. And finally, the last thing I want to share about the Sweden Special Forces is this. The SOG differs quite a bit differently from the rest of the Swedish military. More specifically, they differ in their equipment as well as their armament. Now, one of the most notable differences that you'll see is their usage of a multicam rather than an M90. Also, personnel wear combat uniforms from Cry Precision as well as Arcturix. They also have a wide range of different plate carriers as well as Ops Core fast ballistic helmets. Also, other than the differences in the equipment that they use, the SOG also has different firearms. You'll notice their LWRC rifles, as well as your support weapons such as a machine gun as well as an anti-armor weapons are also different than the rest of the military. And the standard handgun that the SOG uses is the Glock 17. Alright guys, so those were 10 surprising, interesting facts about the SOG, Sweden Special Force. As always, leave your thoughts and comments down below about anything that I mentioned in this episode, as well as leave any other thoughts and comments that you want join on the conversation below. My social media links are below in the video description section, and if you want to check out another video like this, just stick around for the end screen. So once I get out of here, you're going to see it. Tap on the annotation, it'll take you straight to it, and you're going to learn something new. Alright guys, it's been awesome hanging out with you in this episode. I'll see you next time.
Right guys, so first things first, get a bit of admin out of the way. All the links to this original video will be in the description. Go and follow that channel. I think it's a great channel. Subscribe to them and all of that stuff. But yeah, back to the video then. So I've felt like I've learned quite a bit more about the Swedish military in general, but more specifically the Special Operations Task Group. What they've got, it's pretty impressive, guys. It's amazing when you're in the military. So I was in the Royal Marines for XYZ amount of time. You become so kind of engulfed into your way of thinking, and you know, I'm the best and all of this kind of stuff, that you forget about all of those other forces that's out there. So you don't really get to understand how good other people can be. But it's only now that I've left and I'm researching more that I've got a lot more respect for these guys. You know, I never knew a lot of this stuff about the Swedish military, but yeah, they're switched on cookies. Like, they really know what they're talking about, and it's good to know. I'm going to start doing a few more videos on the Sweden military, but I'm going to be definitely going to be doing a bit of a global trip, I think, on the reaction videos. We're going to go and see what different militaries are like from different countries. So yeah, stay tuned. Your country might be next, guys. But if you did like the video, smash the like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.